I wonder with this task, if they will like bring in, you know, family members or friends or
I think that would be too cruel to do
just
that.
to do something random. But, yeah, but in all fairness, Ben, it does need to be spiced up a little bit, doesn't it?
Yeah, maybe.
Do you know what I'm saying? It is quite sanitised. I mean, like Andrew had like 3/4 a bottle of wine last night. It freaked everyone out. All right, he was drunk and he was being sick and stuff.
Didn't freak me out.
But I would have thought that would just be a normal part of the show. I thought that's what this was all about. I thought everyone in here would be drunk, and I would be really not struggling, but you know, finding it difficult because, you know, I obviously don't drink, and everyone else would, and they'd be drunk, and I'd be sat there like, you know, I mean, what's going on? But to be honest with you, it's been quite been sanitised. I think if they did something like that, I think it would be good. I mean, like if for each person, say for each one of us that's in here, they brought in like a family member or a friend to do something, or a dog or a pet, over like the next 3 days, like 4 incidents a day. Maybe like your Hattie walking through the garden or something in you while you sat there, or maybe like one of my dogs or one of my kids.
Wouldn't they run the risk of that unsettling us to such a degree that someone would want to leave?
Yeah, but that's what it's all about, dude.
Yeah.
I would have thought that's what it was all about, but it seems like they haven't gone down that road so far. Maybe they will, you know?
Yeah, maybe.
And they may very well be bringing in whoever's going to be doing the message for us, bringing them down here to do the message, and using them while they're here to do something in the house. Do you know what I mean? They may have like 3 or 4 people they're going to bring in today, 3 or 4 tomorrow, 3 or 4 Friday, and whatever day they're down here, there's something weird that happens. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like we're up for nomination on Friday, so it'll be easy for them to bring whoever's coming to support you, whoever's coming to support me, whoever's coming to support JJ, whatever.
Well, JJ's
John James. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
This is Big Brother. The bedroom is now open.
That'll be interesting.
We'll go in a couple of minutes. Hold on.
I want to get some clothes on, dude.
Okay, last 2 minutes. I just want to hear your thoughts. Do you think in terms of heartthrobs, like what you were saying before, like about John and JJ, does it override the fact that like will JJ necessarily make good television? That's the point I'm making. Like, he's a lovely guy, but he's not particularly exciting. Is he? Or am I being unfair in saying
I think
that?
he's just a really nice guy with obviously a great physique and good looks. That's what the young people want, isn't it?
Yeah.
They're not worried really in one sense of how entertaining he is, as long as they see him every day. I think it'll piss some people off, you know what I mean? But I think he's a nice guy. I think he has got a big personality. I think like he's come in and basically slipped straight into the house. Not only slipped in, he's almost like not taking a leading role, but almost, you know what I mean, settled in at a high level, I think.
Well, you say that, but basically the only people he spends real time with are John and Josie. Do you know what I mean? Like, I think the cougar will ruffle more feathers. I think the cougar's... I'm not just saying that because I get on with her, but do you not think she's just much more interesting a person? But maybe that's subjective.
Yeah, probably subjective, yeah. Probably you feel a connection to her, and I feel more of a connection to JJ.
Do you? Genuinely?
Yeah, I think he's a cool guy. I don't know how much time I'd spend with him in here, but I can see the time I do spend in here with him, I probably have more quality in that time than I would with a cougar.
Okay, fair enough.
Maybe I'm
Why
wrong.
do you think I enjoy speaking to her so much?
I think you do find it easier with some of the women, you know, in one respect. Do you know, like obviously you like Laura, you know, you felt a real attraction towards Laura, you know, in a good way, positive way. You feel that towards the cougar. You feel that towards Corin.
I'm seeing much less of Corin though now because Corin's moved into that trio now.
You even
hasn't
with
she?
Josie, you used to spend some quality time with Josie, Sunshine a little bit.
Yeah.
Maybe not so much. I think probably you find it a little easier with, or you're a little bit more, you know, comfortable around the women than around some of the guys.
Yeah, maybe that's true.
I mean, really, it's only me and Andrew you're close to, isn't it, in terms of the guys?
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good way of putting it. Yeah.
I
Well,
don't know,
I think what it is also, I think you've hit the nail on the head, that you're in the advantageous position that, you know, you can really talk about some sort of blokey things like sports
Exactly.
stuff, where I like to talk about, you know, there's no guys in here really Andrew a bit, but only up to a point. You like to talk about politics and music and all that sort of stuff, so...
Isn't it unusual though, dude, how John and JJ have connected the way they have so quick? What is that all about? It was almost like before John even knew JJ, he selected him off the wall, and like they were going to be best
Yeah,
mates.
but they remembered each other from lockdown.
Yeah, but he only
though.
talked to him for 5 minutes.
Yeah, but the thing is, though, number one, a lot can be gleaned from 5 minutes, but also, like, again, without sounding mean, like, a lot of their attraction to one another is superficial attraction. It's because they both like to wear more or less the same clothes, they both dress in more or less the same way, they both have... They're not that similar in personality. They think they are. JJ's a much more confident, grounded person than John. John's got a lot more issues than JJ. JJ is a much... I find JJ a much easier person. I think given time I would get on much better with JJ. JJ is a very humorous, relaxed, as you would say, cool guy. I think John's got a lot going for him. I think he's got a really big heart. He's got really good morals.
People say all the time, oh, Big Brother's trying to fuck everything up. People say all the time, oh, this house is trying to crush us. People say all the time, oh, it's going to get harder and harder and harder as time goes on. OK, none of the bad things anyone has predicted have come true.
I ain't got no any single problem, whatever they do want to do. Very first, third day, I tell them like...
is just trying to get off with Noreen, and he ain't got no fucking chance. And I don't know why Noreen is sort of took on to that.
No, she is so
know
dumb
why.
and stupid. I can't understand. With one can of cider, he sit next to her. You are Noreen. Okay, however, that is your character, your attitude. I don't get any involved. If I talk about anything, somebody about women, we are all here, 5, 6, 7 people here.
I'm going to bed now.
Are you sleeping in that, or are you going to get undressed again?
I'm going to... I think I'm sleeping in my pyjamas.
It's a shame. Do you want your cup of tea after or before
Oh,
the
no,
morning
no,
hug?
I'm going to bed.
No, I mean before the morning hug.
Much in common. I think it's quite a superficial thing. So I think John was crying out for like a close male companion, and he didn't really have one. He tried it with Mario. That didn't really work because he and Mario actually don't really have anything in common. Me and him worked together quite well to begin with, but then our morals are so different on many things that we rubbed each other up the wrong way. I think he really likes you and you really like him, but he's the sort of thing, he needs to feel that someone's within a 5-year age bracket of him, that they need to look a bit, that, you know, he would think to himself, although he actually probably agrees, like you and John have quite similar morals on many issues, but he would just be like, oh, Dave's, you know, 15 years older or whatever.
He needs someone his own age.
He can't, whereas I can look beyond that. He can't. So I reckon what it was that he looked at that.
No, and it doesn't become like the JJ and John show, which it was for the first few days. I'm glad it has settled down a little
Yeah,
bit.
you know, JJ's spending a bit more time with more people. But I mean, I do find, you know, and I'm the king of ambiguous relationships, so I'm not judging, but I do find this thing between John and JC just a bit weird. Do you know what I mean? I mean, it's like, well, are they getting it on or not? I mean, God, I'm very friendly with some girls on the outside and nothing really goes on, but we don't spend all of our time in bed together. They literally just roll around on that bed the whole time. I am mates.
I don't think there will ever, ever, ever be any romance.
No, I think people got that wrong.
I think it's totally the wrong end of the stick. I think people are clutching at straws.
Because they want a romance.
I think on with the Cougar or Rachel or wherever than them getting it on. I
think there's more genuine chemistry, maybe.
Yeah, definitely.
It's not going to happen between me and the Cougar. She'd eat me up and spit me out.
Oh, dude, I need to get changed and stuff. I'm fed up of walking on my pants.
Okay, buddy, I'll be in a moment. If Andrew's in the garden, send him in, okay? Thanks for the chat, Dave.
No worries.
Andrew?
All right, good.
Yes, Big Brother. The garden is now out of bounds.
Garden's out
for
of bounds.
essential maintenance.